As much as I want to drive this car, I just can't. The bushings on the rear control arms, well, the bearings on the rear control arms are shot. So the car just fishtails no matter what, as soon as you hit 35. Oh God. That is the major problem with this car. And that's what I want to solve today. I want to do some welding to finally get it where it's supposed to be and driving. I really miss this car. I did buy rear control arms for this car. However, the 1991 and 92 used shorter control arms because they changed the subframe to use longer ones. So I had to cut them several times because I changed my mind, and now I gotta weld them back together. I also gotta weld the trunk. The problem with the wing, one, it was cracked. Two, it was hitting every time you open the trunk. It would hit. And I also gotta weld up the holes so no water gets in, even though it shouldn't rain anymore in California. This right here is what I need to change. It's worn out on both ends, and the other one as well. For now, I did put some bushings on there, but they didn't really do much. Just gotta remove this, get the right length, and weld the other one. This is what I was using inside of the arm, the bushing with this. I don't remember what that's for, but I had it lying around and I had no plans of using it. This will be swapped out with this. I just gotta drill a hole in the center of that. I don't know if you can see, but it wants to go in, but I'm not strong enough, which is good because it has to be pressed in. Oh! There you go. That'll work. I just gotta take the rest of it off. I welded the first one and you could see how it used to look. I had problems with my welder, so I didn't show everything. I mean, this is good enough. I welded it in 3 different places. I welded inside the gap, a little bit outside the gap right here over it, and then the top. It looks kind of alright when my welder was working. The problem with the welder is this. For whatever reason, it wasn't rotating freely, and this was just spinning with no wire coming through. I think I solved it. Well, it worked towards the end, so I truly hope I solved it, but we'll see right now. My welds have never been beautiful, but as long as they're functional, that's good enough. The problem is officially solved. As you can see, it actually sticks out more, which is exactly what I wanted. That way when I tighten the nut and the bolt, it actually squeezes the metal and it's all in one piece. It doesn't move anymore. The car drives straight. I still need to paint it a little bit so it doesn't rust out. But this is done. Oof. These welds are not pretty by any standpoint, but there's a reason for that. And honestly, I really don't care because this is the bottom of the trunk. No one's ever gonna see it unless I open it. So it doesn't matter. But the reason why they're ugly is because this plate is 0.9 millimeters and the trunk is 0.7. I'm using flux core, and notice that it doesn't actually start until here, 1.6, and I'm over here. My machine does not go down that far, so I have to keep bridging the gap between the two and going slowly, literally tack after tack after tack. Otherwise it wouldn't weld at all. And now it's time to weld the exhaust on the mr2. I got this early this year, but there's a problem. The spot welds broke. Here, there, this one's about to come out. And yeah, we gotta weld this up. That's pretty much it, just keep welding. As you can see, it took me a couple tries in order to get the right settings, but this was a lot easier than what I did yesterday. Now I just gotta focus on the flow and actually get it right. Sort of, kind of. Just more practice. Originally, I was not gonna go this far. My original plan was just to push the metal down and do the spot welds that broke. But then I started thinking, these failed. What are the odds that these won't? So that's when I just started doing the stitching. And one of the biggest problems I have is going too slow, so it ends up burning through, you can see there. And just before it reaches the end and I connected them, they would burn through. I'm using flux core, which burns really hot. And this is 0.6 stainless steel. Stainless is a lot easier to work with, but it's still flux core. It will burn through if you go too far and you hold it on for too long. It's better than how it was, and I'm happy with that. It's good enough, but I still need more practice. This wheel should not have camber, and yesterday when I was checking it, well, the lower ball joint on this wheel is brand new. I had it for about a year and I haven't driven on it much. I don't know how it got a tear in the boot, but nothing I can do about it. Just gotta change it. That sucks. Not sure how that tear happened, but you can see a small one right there too. Only lasted a year, sadly. At least it's an easy job. You will not believe how long that took. But there it is. It's better than how it used to be. I did hit it with a hammer a couple times and I missed. Welded up the holes on the other side. I used body filler because I'm going to need it to... Well, when you weld using flux core, the heat warps it a little bit. You can see here, it sort of dips down. Sort of like that with the weld on top. So either way, I had to use body filler. Oh, you can see this one. So body filler will fix that. We're done. Finally. It's better than how it used to be. It was rubbing right there. Now it's actually on the outside. And this is where I'm stopping. Everything else is just boring. All the important stuff is done. It's no longer hitting.